Tell everybody something a little bit different today. We're going to go from template to leg. I think everybody always thinks that with the CNC machine, I could just throw anything up on there and cut it. Seems like I should be able to just throw it up there and cut some nice legs out. But the reality of it is that it's quicker to build a template and then do the woodwork by hand. Well, it's not by hand, it's machine assisted, but not whipping out the Japanese pull saw and a jack plane. So remember that walnut we laminated the other day? Well, this is it. And so I just traced onto the walnut on the template, and then I'm going to cut just outside the line there. And if you're intimidated by the bandsaw, I would just say just practice a few times. It gets pretty easy pretty quick. I'm surprised how easy it got for me after a little while, because the amount of suckitude I had there was epic. The next time I do it, I will try to get even closer, because it definitely works better when there's less extra material to remove. So we get a flush trim bit and take off these little nubs on our template. And you just witnessed my first time ever using a router table. I didn't know what I was doing too much, so I stole this from John Malecki, and I know he said he stole it from someone else, but I don't remember. So what you do is you put CA glue on one side of the blue tape and the accelerator on the other, and it's just like double-sided tape, except it pulls apart way easier. So I have a couple of different flush trim bits, and this one's like an inch. I wanted to start small because the less material you take off, the easier it goes. At least that was true with my hand routing experience. So I ended up getting this router table because I was doing sketchier and sketchier stuff with my plunge router, and I figured it was time before I lost a finger. And I know you're going to say I should be using push paddles, and I definitely will be in the future, but they hadn't come in yet. But trust me, I put my fingers nowhere near the blade, nor did I push toward the blade at all. And there I pulled the template off, the double-sided tape did its job, and I made one more pass at it, which left me with about 2 inches of material that I still had to remove. I wouldn't say it was hard to get the hang of this routing table. It was different though, and if you wait to the end, I'll show you one of the big screw-ups I had with it. Alright, so I switched out to this other blade, and it kind of is like a helical head on it, and it definitely had less tear out than the spiral head that I was using for the smaller bit from before. The tear out wasn't too bad from the spiral head, but it was almost non-existent from this one. It was a little bit slower though. Alright, you made it all the way to my screw-up. Boom. Yeah, stay tuned and you will see how I fix this later this week. We're just starting to get weird with this wood.